Good evening. How are you? Anyhow, broadcasting worldwide from the palatial home offices in California and Iowa. Prop up your stewardesses. The bar is open. It's 8:05 Live with Spike and Drew.
All right. Well, it may not be entertaining, but it is the 8:05 Live with Spike and Drew show for Tuesday, April 5th, 2016. This is show number 15. What's up, Senor Spike?
Bienvenida para mostrar el número 15 de nuestros amigos de habla hispana. Welcome to show number 15 for our Spanish-speaking friends. And I think this is the first show we didn't have anything to go with 15.
There is nothing even remotely amusing about the number 15 that I could come up with. If you can come up with one, you're a better man than I am.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's open a bar. What do you say?
Diggity.
You just went to a redneck place.
Man, oh man, did something there. What is up, everybody? It's Tuesday night, 8:05 Live with Spike and Drew. I guess we'll open a bar.
The sign's on, so we got it now.
Oh, did you turn the sign on?
Bar where?
What?
You're looking around like you don't know where your drink is.
No, it's in front of me. I'm still trying to get a gander on who I'm going to toast to tonight.
Oh, that's good that you have no clue still. I love it when you're on the spot.
So I guess I will... I will toast to... Man, I'm getting a lot of feedback, brother. Toast to the old Allstate crew.
Explain.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. So just for now, let's just do this. What are you shooting tonight?
Oh, I'm not feeling good. So I have Fireball.
Nice. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. Fireball does factor into the story. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. What'd you just shoot?
That was the Maker's Mark 47.
It looks
because that is also what I'm drinking.
You're a one-trick pony, Spike.
Tonight I am. Gotcha. So some technical stuff right off the bat. Is your ear monitor really loud or something right now?
Not terribly. You sound about normal to me.
Because every time I talk, that's all I'm hearing is myself. And it's like, oh.
No, I'm not getting any feedback on my side.
Well, no, it's not feedback on your side. I think I'm hearing what you're hearing.
Wow, I don't.
No,
dump the monitors as much as I can, see if that helps.
Hello. Did you hear me on that one?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, it's still there. It's an echo. It's like I say something, I can hear it then.
I think it's the little man in your head.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. It's not.
Years of therapy and thousands of dollars, and it's not that simple.
Absolutely. So go ahead with our little intro there of.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry, I'm having technical issues, man. We either plunge and go through it, or we got to start over or something. So,
wheels. I'll tell you guys to hang out at 805liveshow.com. You can find our podcast there. You can find our little sticky bits and the video, the audio, and the email. Every way you could possibly get a hold of us. 805liveshow.com. That's where your friendly bartenders will hear from you. Then sometimes we drink behind the bar, as Spike is demonstrating rather admirably right now.
Don't forget, head on over to iTunes as well. I think the link is at the 805 Live Show, www.805liveshow.com. Hook us up with a good review over on iTunes. That will help boost things and get people interested in the show.
And we'll pay for your vote with swag and love.
Yeah, I think we can do that. We still have. I actually have to take one of these away because there's no longer 4. There's going to be 3. Yeah, did I do that right?
Yep, looks like
Because Yo Vinnie is going to get his sometime. Hopefully, we'll get that to him soon. And at some point, we're going to give away the mouse pad as well. Woo! All right, business out of the way. How was your week?
It's been an interesting week. Adventures in homeownership. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And I'm coming down with, I think, the bubonic plague or something, but we'll power through. How about you?
The bubonic plague?
Or a cold. I don't know. It's something weird.
Probably doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you guys had 8 feet of snow one day and then 60-degree weather the next.
Right? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, well. How's your week, man?
Good. So let's get down to it. We realized, I think relatively early after the show last week, that we forgot to share a story about why Drew and I are forbidden to see each other, to be in the same state, I think is also what the law says now, on Easter.
Yeah, no, that's and that's going to be some 25 years now. I think that ban's been in place, that we can be in the same physical location on Easter.
Because bad things happened one. We a little bit of story to share with you.
Yeah, pull up a chair. We'll pour you a double for this story. There's a lot to be said on this one.
So Easter Sunday. Easter's fallen on Sunday, as it were, for the beginning of time.
Well, the beginning of Easter anyway, yeah.
And when he and I were working in a band, and at the time, I believe it was probably Trial and Error.
Yeah, mostly error, but trial and error. Yeah.
Brad Weber, Jay Gilbertson, Paul Nichols, Russell Mayer, Russell Stover. Russell Stover. I think on this particular holiday weekend, we played the night before, and as it were, we usually will get together on Sunday sometimes to continue the partying.
Exactly. Yeah. And as luck would have it, on this particular Sunday, it was rather decent weather, which is, kind of a crapshoot in the upper Midwest. And I'm trying to remember, and for the life of me, I can't. I think we went out to the lake and did some drinking. It's entirely.
Yeah, somehow the lake got into it. At what part of that it's still blurry to me, and for reasons you'll learn here in a little bit. And I don't think we should say this particular person's name, but a female friend of ours. Now, did she have the convertible, or was it someone else?
No, she had. You talking about the particular friend of ours with the smiley face tattoo on her ass?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if she has that. I don't know it. I'm surprised now to know that you know it.
Well, things happen in bars. At any rate, we'll cut to where the story gets good.
What?
We and our bandmates had been out drinking for most of the daylight hours, and at the time,
I don't think Russell was there.
No, Russell wasn't there. I think JJ was there. Paul and Brad may have been there. I can't remember because, like you say, it gets fuzzy.
Trace was there.
Trace was there. Yep. And let's just say we had spent the majority of the day out on the lake drinking. a lot.
Now, when you say on the lake, I think it was more like we were
On the shores of the lake.
kicking it on the beach. I mean, when you say on the lake, when you say on the lake, it makes you sound like we're on a boat, and we weren't necessarily on a boat.
We was broke ass and couldn't afford a boat.
It was what?
So we were broke ass and couldn't afford a boat. But yeah, we were at the lake drinking the majority of the daylight hours for Easter. And by majority, I mean we woke up probably at the crack of noon, being the earnest young men that we were.
And so, probably a little freshen up and a little change of clothes. But so we went back to the house.
Yeah,
back to the apartment that you and I were living at.
Spike and I shared an apartment at the time, which is germane to the story as well. That'll become obvious in a little bit. So we get cleaned up and we get freshened up and we decide, hey, here's a great idea. Let's go bowling.
Which, you know, on an Easter Sunday, that, you know, could be a lot of fun. You get together with your friends, you
shoot tequila,
bowl a few frames.
So let me set the stage. Our friend with the smiley face tattoo on her ass and the white convertible arrives at our house because we're far too shattered to drive at this point. And she's going to transport us to the bowling alley. And as we get into the convertible, I say to Spike, hey, look, I'm wearing my Tom Selleck shorts here, and I don't have any place to put my keys particularly. Would you take care of the keys to the house? And he's
now,
like,
can you hold on? I gotta stop you. Let's elaborate here a little bit. Tom Selleck shorts?
Sure, you remember back in the day when shorts were actually short?
What?
So yeah, Spike says, no problem. I got the keys, tosses them in his pocket. Off we go to the bowling alley, where we proceeded to drink a whole lot of tequila straight.
Now, I can't remember.
I know you can't.
If it was just because there wasn't very many people. I mean, of the little that I can recall, there wasn't a lot of people at the bowling alley.
I don't think so. I don't think there were, actually. I do remember you doing the famous over-the-shoulder ball toss at one point of the evening.
That's entirely possible.
No, it happened. I'll tell you.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Uh-huh.
At least Yankton Bowl never did contact us or ask for any deposit or anything like that.
Right. You've dented the wood. That wouldn't be the first time we dented the wood. So anyhow, this goes on.
I was going to say, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah, right. Honest to God, I couldn't tell you how long this went on for. I'm wanting to say maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock is all we bowled. Because frankly, there's a lot more going to happen in this night.
But the crazy part about this is the level, or at least my level of, I guess we can say debauchery, probably. It started welling up and festering rather quickly as the tequila flowed, as it were.
We did discover that tequila is probably not your best shot.
What's that?
So we did discover that tequila is probably not your best shooter.
Well, it just was going down so damn easy. And you're right, tequila is not one of my favorite things to shoot.
It makes your clothes come off.
Well, and in this particular moment at the bowling alley, it also inspired me to have other people's clothes come off. And I believe that when one of our friends was bowling, I believe I depantsed him at one point.
That's entirely possible, but luckily I have blocked that episode completely out of my mind.
I think that was one of the gentlemen that were with us, and I remember that because he was pissed about that.
Would that be a bass player or a guitar player?
That would be the guitar player.
Gotcha.
So, and And I keep on wondering if this particular person, and let's call her Alice, just so we have a name.
Sure.
We're changing the name to protect the innocent and the guilty.
Both of
But
them.
at this point, I believe Alice was still kind of the voice of reason.
Yeah, she was the voice of reason because she hauled our asses home and left. Because she's smart.
But she would, and this is where, the stories gets really fuzzy for me that I don't remember if she was sober. Hell, I don't even remember that car ride.
I know that's true. So we'll move the story on along a little bit to the germane points. 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm assuming. I was there, but I couldn't tell you for certain. We decide, let's take this party back to the apartment.
Because what else do we do? I say it every closing of the week. Party at 408 Burley.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we took the party. So Alice throws our happy asses in the convertible. Buddies follow us. We all go to the apartment. We stumble out of the convertible and Alice peels wheels. Bear in mind, folks, this is before cell phones. Also a point that's going to become very important. So we all pile out of the house and Spike's doing the unbalanced thing.
The little Cabo Wobble walk.
Indeed. And I say, dude, give me the keys. It starts to go south in a hell of a hurry. He looks at me and says, I said, the keys. I gave you the keys when we left to go. Yep. Spike says, Mugu duck face banana patch.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, maybe we left a window open. And bear in mind, the entire band is standing around us. We're waiting to get in. We're all holding beer and such. All right, maybe we left a window undone. So I go around the side of the apartment, and sure enough, one of the windows above the couch is unlocked. So I slide the window up to where I think it latches and let go because I'm going to climb in. Only it doesn't latch and start to slam down. These windows are built in World War II. Pretty sure they weigh about 40 pounds apiece. So I thrust both of my hands rapidly to catch the window. In my alcohol-fueled state, I don't catch the windowsill. I catch the glass, and the whole freaking thing shatters.
Wow.
And I look down at my wrist, which is in considerable pain all of a sudden, and blood is spurting, and I clamp my hand. I look down, I have blood on my tennis shoes. I'm like, oop-a-day.
Oop-a-day was right. At this point, I'm still in front trying to figure out how to get in or where's the keys.
Yes, you were all those things.
I am oblivious as to what my partner has just gone through.
So I'm standing here and I'm holding my hand clamped to my wrist, and I lift up and blood squirts, and I put my hand back down and I say, hey guys, I think I need to go get stitches. Trace looks at me and says, you'll be fine.
Now, do you still have a scar there?
You mean that scar right there?
For those that are listening on the podcast, my partner Drew has put his wrist up to the camera, and you do see kind of a half moon.
It's an L shape.
Half moon L shape cut on his left hand.
You know, it was 10, 12 years before I even had feeling in there again.
Are you a lefty or a righty?
I'm a lefty, so that helped.
Oh, so it must have been like you were with a different girl then.
No, that's my right hand. That's
what I was asking.
Yeah. So I'm standing here, I'm looking at this flap exposing all my Terminator coils and cables. And I said, guys, I think I need to go get stitches. Guitar player, you're fine. Let's get in the house. Bass player, you're fine. Buddy Kevin.
Was Kevin there too?
Kevin's the one that took my sorry ass to the hospital while I got stitched up.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. And while I'm off getting stitched up, everybody's in the apartment partying their ass off, continuing on with Easter Sunday.
Now, wait. Now, Kevin took you to the hospital.
Yes.
This is our friend Kevin Vogt. Kevin he's pretty active on the 805 site. He's a great photographer, a great friend, and he's just the kind of guy that would go and
pretty much saved my life, I think.
There you go.
Because blood gets thin with alcohol, and I may have had a drink or two.
Now, when you were at the hospital, did they give you any? Well, I suppose back in that day, 20-some years ago, they didn't.
No, if it happened today, I'd probably be in jail for being stupid.
I was going to say, because back 25 years ago, they didn't care. They just wanted to stitch you up and get you the hell out of there. But today,
yeah, it'd be an incident.
Right.
Yeah, sitting on a stool, scrubbing and stitching, and laughing at my dumb ass. And all right, thanks, dude. Now I go.
Was there any hot nurses?
I don't remember. I do not remember, although we know a couple ER nurses from that place. I don't remember. Imagine that.
Are you talking about Pam?
No, yeah.
Pam wasn't a nurse there. She was she worked switchboard or something.
Anyway.
But I digress.
But you digress. So I get a ride home from the hospital from Kevin. And here's another neat aside to this story. They wrapped my wrist with gauze. And for a week, I looked like I attempted to slit my wrist. But home, I come in, crack a beer. I'm like, where's Spike? That fucker's passed out. Although you hadn't passed out.
Nope.
And I have to digress a little more. This is the weirdest apartment on the planet. Not only was it a murder scene, but
nothing like blowing your load right in the first sentence there. We're talking. We're seriously talking for the people that live in South Dakota in the Yankton area. 408 Burley. You've seen it. It's the big brick place. It's still up, right? Isn't it?
It's still there.
Okay.
Yeah. We can talk about the murder some other time. But interesting thing about this apartment, it's a 2-bedroom apartment, but to get to Spike's bedroom, you had to walk through mine, which let me tell you, there were times that was a buzzkill.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there. That was inconvenient. However, your girlfriend was there by that time.
Which one?
The one you were dating at the time.
I could think of a couple.
So your girlfriend's there, and she meets me in the living room and says, I think he's hallucinating. I said, what are you hallucinating?
Wait a minute. Was it Julie?
Yep.
Okay.
And I said, what do you mean hallucinating? She says, he said he saw a demon over his bed.
Oh my God.
You can take it from there.
Well, no, I don't know much about what happened once I got there and they put me in a bed.
Yeah, apparently demons happened.
Man, oh man.
So anyhow, there you go. To this day, Spike and I have never been in the same geographical location on Easter ever.
We figured we owe it to the world to not have those two forces meet on that particular day.
It's bad. It's like the keykeeper, a dozer or some shit, was pissed at us.
So we didn't get a chance to share that last week, but we thought we'd share that with you this time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The other little bit of fun news. Well, fun news, I don't know if that's the right way, is I used to work at the regional offices for a major insurance company. And one of them moved away to Utah, and she happened to be back. And so it just, all the planets aligned just right. And we were all going to be able to meet up and have drinks. Now that was a heck of a thing, let me tell you. I'll try to make this a little quick. I'm looking at the time, making sure we can get to a few more of this other stuff. really good to see a bunch of these people again. It's been almost 10 years we kind of figured out or so, and drinks were flowing. And we had talked about on last episode my immediate appreciation for the Moscow Mule.
Yeah, we'll talk about that soon, I hope.
So when we got to the place, I ordered a Moscow Mule, and so we had passed the drink around a little bit, and it quickly became pretty much the drink for the night of the second day. We also happened to do some shots, and we were doing some fireball shots, and that's always fun. And I think we're on about our second round of fireball shots, and we're doing cheers, and we're having fun and laughing, and all of a sudden, one of the gals, poor thing, just boots hard, dude. Boots so hard. And I know that she hadn't had a lot to drink. It wasn't that at all. It was just a combination of Moscow Mule and Fireball and like spinach dip. And it was just whoo diggity.
So the Technicolor yawn.
Oh, the poor gal.
Oh.
Luckily there was not a lot of other patrons outside, which made for just a quick, well, let's move tables, and we did that.
Did she hit anybody? Tag anybody?
I think I may have gotten a little on my shoe and my pant leg, but that was about it. Let me see. Now, somewhere in here, I wrote Drew a message, because when this other person said this, it was so funny. So we were at Streets of London pub. It was outside. It was on a Saturday night, probably 8-ish, maybe 8:39. And there were families there outside. I mean, it's one of those places. It was like kind of a bar. It's a bar and grill kind of place. So they've got cocktails, but they also have almost a full menu of food and stuff. And so after the one gal booted, one of our other friends just kind of stood up and looked over at everybody else and said, "Take your children home, people."
You know it's going to be a good night. And when we had that conversation, we were talking about the place you and I used to work that was very much like that.
Very much like Vinnie's in the Yankton Mall. I don't know if it's still there.
I don't either, but do you remember after softball taking my daughter in her little baby bucket there?
No. Did we do that?
Yeah. Things were different back in the day, folks.
What's a baby bucket?
A little bassinet you carry them around in.
Oh, God, no, I don't remember that.
We did that.
Oh, man, we did that.
Something to do with the woman she's grown into.
Oh, fuck. Crazy. So, and that leads me to this next part about, we talk about when you come to listen to 805 Live about we open the bar, we partake. But I definitely want to take a moment out and say that if you ever partake, do responsibly. Because Saturday night I did not, and I got incredibly lucky, and nothing happened. I didn't hurt anybody or myself. I picked up, but the realization, waking up Sunday morning, and even I think Drew, when I was texting him, he's like, what the fuck are you driving for?
Yep.
And
right.
I apologize to everybody, and I thank God that nothing happened, and I'm gonna right here publicly say that I will do my damnedest not to ever do that. I work in a place where I see hundreds of DUIs a day, and the shit that they go through when you get a DUI, and I can't even fathom if getting in an accident and hurting somebody were to happen too. So I apologize to everybody, and I do promise not to make that stupid fucking mistake. Try to be better. Try to get there's Uber and stuff like that. So there you go.
Would it put your earphones back on? Would it be
I can hear you.
of me to say that we should toast to never driving drunk again?
There's something in the irony of that, but I will, because I know when we've done the show that you've had the opportunity to go and see Ray. I've wanted to get something to eat, but
Nope.
we don't, and so
Yeah,
I'll drink to drinking responsibly.
Indeed.
So
the Moscow Mule you shamed me into.
Yes.
The Moscow Mule kit. And Saturday, I was hanging out, doing laundry and such, and I got to go to the grocery store, and I thinks to myself,
because that's what you call yourself?
It is. I'm going to stop by the kitchen store. And I had looked on Amazon for the copper mugs. I thought, $30 for 2 copper mugs? That's ridiculous.
Oh.
Yes.
I looked at Dolly mugs.
Yeah.
It was like $20.
Let me continue on with my story. You'll appreciate it. So I goes to the kitchen store, and I say to the lovely owner of the kitchen store, "Copper mugs?" She says, "Over there on the wall, far side." I go over there on the wall, far side. Sure enough, there's copper mugs. Guess how much copper mugs are?
I don't know.
They're like $12.95 a piece.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I've already got my mind set on doing this now. So even though I could buy 4 on eBay for $30, I'll buy these things. So I buy 2.
Okay.
$14-15 a pop. Damn near $30 for 2 mugs.
Okay.
And then I go to the grocery store, and of course I gotta have top shelf vodka for this. So I buy a little bottle of Absolute.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's when I called you and said, where in the store do they keep the ginger beer, and does it have alcohol or not? Because I'm looking in the liquor store section and I see hard ginger beer, and I'm like, well, that can't be the one. So I calls my boy Spike, and he says, no, I'm pretty sure it's not hard. It's just non-alcoholic ginger beer. All right, you plug it.
Which is funny, because if you call something ginger beer,
am I right?
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So I ask my friendly smile out of every aisle, where's the ginger beer? And I go and I look on the soda pop aisle. Son of a bitch, if it's not Sioux City ginger beer.
Really?
Sioux City, Iowa. Yeah, Sioux City ginger beer. Well, this has got to be a sign. So I take my happy ass to the checkout, and the girl says, I just love the Sioux City stuff, even though it is made in New York. I'm like, what?
No, wait a minute. It says Sioux City.
Right
it's
on the
made. Get out of town.
Exactly. It's crazy. But by this point, I'm committed. I'm doing this son of a bitch at this point. So I'm in. I'm in probably $55-60. But to make a long story short, we poured a couple Moscow Mules, hit the bitters on the first round. Ray decided she prefers the bitters. I think I don't. But excellent drink, and thank you for turning us on to it.
Small little investment, I know, but I think that's going to be good this summer.
Oh, I think so. And honestly, I think the copper mugs make a difference.
It's got to be something in science.
Because science.
Because science.
And if you don't know what goes into Moscow Mule, shame on you. You should watch our show more regularly. But yeah, good drink, and I liked it. It's a fine, fine thing. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Adventures in home owning. This has intrigued me.
Yeah, that's remember I told you I was gonna have to buy a new water heater?
Yes.
Turns out I didn't.
Really?
Turns out I didn't. I had to clean the gas vent where it could actually breathe and make its little pilot flame. But there's another part to it where apparently you're supposed to clean out your water heater on a yearly or bi-yearly basis. Did you know about this?
I did not.
It's a thing apparently, and if it makes this little popping sound when it's heating your hot water, that means there's gunk on the bottom of it, and you need to drain that off.
Is that the technical term, gunk?
Well, the PhD level technical term, yeah.
Gotcha.
You know. Turns out it takes about 15 5-gallon buckets to get 8 years of gunk out of the bottom of your.
What?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I got a lot of hot water, and it's really hot now.
I wonder if I need to do that to our hot water heater.
It might be a thing. We can talk offline.
We have a show. Why don't we talk now? I don't get what.
Well, I don't want to, get my sleeves rolled up and get greasy with these people, but yeah, and here's another thing that I discovered today. We've talked about my water softener woes of late. Apparently having a water softener is supposed to keep this shit from building up in your water heater. No, not so much.
What's the water softener doing then?
I don't know. I got a call into the Culligan man today, and that bastard hasn't called me back.
Did you say, hey, Culligan man, when you tried calling him?
I did, and the chick's like, ha, 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 very funny. What do you want? Yeah, there you go.
Anyhow.
Yes. You'll notice I put a late entry. Maybe you won't notice. I put a late entry on our sheet.
It must have been after 5 because I don't see anything on here that.
Here's a stay off my lawn moment on there now.
Okay.
And again, this gets to another. This is another you shamed me into it purchase. Bought that cooker. Haven't tried it yet, and I'll do some video on it when I do. But I'm the kind of guy, if I've got something or gonna buy something, I get on YouTube and I want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
See what people have to say about it. And let me just say, this all came about from you and your iPhone toting brethren and sister, the unboxing video.
Yeah.
Wherein everybody that's ever ordered anything that has an iPhone 4 to record it records what it's like to open a freaking package. Can I just say don't? No more unboxing videos, people. It's the thing in a box. If you want to know what comes in the box, look in the description on Amazon. It'll tell you everything in the damn box. We no need videos.
I think, and give me your input on this. I think these people think that they're going to be one of the first ones to do it. To do an unboxing video, and you're not.
No, you're absolutely not. And 3 years later, when I finally get this product and you and 17 other of your bucktooth redneck friends have done unboxing videos, it's still out. It's still shitty. Just don't do it in the first place.
Last comes they got to be bucktooth, yo.
I'm not saying they bucktooth, but these guys could eat corn through a picket fence. Enough with the goddamn unboxing videos. We don't need them anymore.
Yeah, I think I would have to be in your camp on that one, brother.
Alrighty. All right.
The 805 Live with Spike and Drew curse is alive and well.
See, now I think you're reaching a little bit on one of these.
Hey. First one up, James Noble, British comedic actor, been around forever. No, he's not Dom DeLuise or somebody major, but he is a celebrity.
Yep, he's a celebrity.
I mean, if you want to call it that the that the curse is broken, then you can. I'll give you that opportunity to call it. But as far as I know, we're however many weeks into 14, 15 weeks into this, and not a week's gone by that a celebrity of some sort has passed.
2016 has been rough. I will give you that.
The other one's a little bit more sad. Well, no, you're laughing. That's terrible.
I didn't even tell people where James Noble is notable from yet.
He's a British comedic actor. I don't watch any British television. I don't know what the heck he's from, but I mean,
he was the dude on Benson.
Oh, is that James? Who am I thinking?
I have not a clue in the world.
There was a short, like Billy Barty looking dude from England. No,
Nope.
You're right. James. Yeah. James Noble was on Benson.
Are you having an Easter hangover moment?
A little bit, I think.
Little bit.
Here's okay. Stump Drew. Do you remember where Benson was a spinoff from?
Yeah, that was the Jeffersons, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, what was it?
Benson was the butler on Soap.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And he was so kick-ass on Soap that they spinned him off into his own series that probably lasted 15 minutes.
Spinned him.
Spun him. Did I say spinned?
You said spend.
Spinned him off? I did say that, didn't I?
English speak good.
You're funny.
Your mama's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
That's a whole other show, folks, and you're not going to want to tune into that one.
Oh, you might, but anyway.
Yeah.
Where are we at time-wise?
Go to our sad next sad one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I tell you, going along with the whole drinking thing and driving and stuff, there's an adult actress. I didn't see a lot of her stuff, but I can only about imagine. A gal by the name of Amber Rayne. She overdosed, and that was kind of a bad deal. My the Twitter feed, the Twitterverse, as it were, I was seeing a lot of the current porn actresses really sending out their warm regards for that. I know I shouldn't laugh at it, but it's a little funny. I mean,
Warm regards? They had warm regards.
well, for $5.99, I'm sure the regards were a little bit more heated, but no,
Let's just say, had poor Amber Rayne just paid us to go the hell off the air.
yeah. But if you want to sponsor us, McClure's Pickles, Jack Daniels, Hooters, Burger King, McDonald's,
Shit, we'll take Carl's Jr. at this point.
Budweiser.
Right. Oh, Budweiser. That's got a lot to do with White Spike, and I don't hang out during Easter, but we'll take your sponsorship.
God, there was a lot to drink there.
Oh.
All right, 7:48. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a game, or do you want to do? I don't think we have much more stories.
I think we beat the mule to death. You want to do a game?
Yeah,
Well, hold on here. I'm trying to stay on my mic.
right on.
Push this button.
It's time to play the game you like. It's time to play Let's Stump Spike.
So we're going to change it up here a little bit. This is your opportunity to shoot 10 for 10.
Oh,
This is wheelhouse Spike material. However,
oh.
rather than giving you the multiple choice answers, I'm going to read the question. You're going to give me the essay answer.
Oh my.
Oh my. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling good about yourself?
I am. Hold on, let me feel. Yep, I'm feeling good.
Left or right?
Right down the center.
Oh, you dress in center?
I'm doing, yeah.
Gotta be a sign. All right. 10 questions, I believe, of this edition of Let's Stump Spike. We are not going to give you the multiple choice answers. I'll ask the questions. You give me the answer. Question number 1. The Battle of Evermore.
The Battle of Evermore is Led Zeppelin.
Thank you. Question number 2. Who sang the song Barracuda?
Barracuda. Barracuda was an 70s song. I'm going to say Heart.
You know, nobody's buying this whole thinking act, but whatever. Question 3. Who sang Miss America?
Miss America?
Hmm?
Is there a theme here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The album, by the way. If you...
Miss America would be Styx.
All righty. Question number 4. I Am the Walrus was performed by...
Cuckoo Cachoo, the Beatles.
you. And might I say you're doing swimmingly.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Question number 5. What group had the hit Magic Man?
Are you trick questioning on me?
No. It's apparently
Okay, Magic Man is Heart.
ready.
We've hit up both Anna and Nancy now, I think.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay, and this one's going to be tough for you, but try to think hard, dig deep. Running with the Devil was a hit for...
That would be the Brothers Halen. Van Halen.
Already. Question number 7. Blank had a hit called The Immigrant Song. And no, you cannot say Crash Alley or Wakefield.
Or Great White.
Or Great White or Pretty Good White.
Immigrant Song was Led Zeppelin. We've hit Led Zeppelin twice.
Yes, we have.
Did you make these up or were you getting this from somewhere?
This is absurd trivia once again. I believe I've drained this well, but this is it.
Right on.
Question number 8. Who sang Do You Want to Know a Secret?
That's the Beatles.
Do you promise not to tell?
Right?
Right. Number 9. Jesus, and I apologize because this one's a little tougher. Walk This Way was sung by...
That would be Aerosmith.
Luckily enough for you, that is a choice. And finally, question number 10. Rock of Ages was sung by...
That would be Def Leppard.
All right. Would you like to predict how you did?
I think I got 100%.
100%. Which leaves us just enough time to get to one of my favorite subjects of the night. No, we haven't had time for Facebook trending in a while.
Okay.
However, tonight we've got a few minutes, and I noticed one going in that I told you was just making me giggle.
Okay.
Charlize Theron, actress, discusses pretty people getting turned away for roles in Hollywood.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Charlize Theron, you know, the South American gorgeous actress, discusses pretty people getting turned away for roles in Hollywood.
Pretty people? What the okay, go on.
Apparently, when meaty roles come through, I've been in the room and pretty people get turned away first. Apparently, she is too good looking for some roles.
What the fuck?
Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard in your entire life?
And as you know, I mean, I'm an actor, and
You're pretty.
and I'm pretty. I've also been a director, and sometimes, even though you're one of the prettiest people, maybe you're not fitting what the director has in mind for that role.
Sure. I'm
That's
thinking
just
Charlene is one of, let's give 500 the number of working gorgeous actors and actresses in Hollywood. Maybe it's 1,000.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Could be 1,500. The point I'm making is there are 20,000 homely bitches that want to kick her in her head right now.
I see where you're going with that. Gotcha.
I'm just saying.
And not only just in I'm not going to call them what you just said, but a lot of very nice looking women, maybe not by some standards not as nice looking as Miss Theron, also actresses in Hollywood trying out just as hard for some of those roles.
And I've got to tell you, the vast majority of people on the planet are relatively attractive. Most people.
You and me being two, of course.
We set the stage, brother. We clearly set the stage.
Holy man.
I mean, let's be honest. Unless you're from Mississippi and you pass laws, you're probably a relatively attractive person. Very few unattractive people in the world.
Right. Everybody's beautiful in their own way.
Exactly. However, Miss Theron is, let's say, some pigs are more equal than others.
I'm sorry. I just felt like doing another.
I know you've been setting on it. Just knowing I would set you up at some point in this last 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the richest actresses in Hollywood's bitching about not getting parts because she's too attractive. I just thought that was hilarious.
That is a hell of a thing.
It's a hell of a thing.
I know we kind of I've kind of hinted at this the last few weeks. We haven't talked about it off stage or off the show. Have you tuned into the People versus OJ?
Still haven't. Still have not.
Have you DVR'd it?
Nope.
Because I heard that tonight's the cliffhanger. We're gonna find out if he's guilty or innocent.
Is it the reveal?
I think so. Because it was just a mini series. It's not a full on series.
Itching to know what happened.
I know, right? And while we're talking about TV shows, and I see we have just a little time left, it'll sneak up on you, but give it a shot at some point. Go to Netflix, and I want you to tune in to a new show called The Ranch.
The Ranch.
Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Really? Are you being serious?
No, I'm dead serious. I have not heard of this one.
So I don't remember what the other guy's name is from that 70s show, but Ashton Kutcher and one of the other guys from that 70s show. Not the main guy and not the huh?
Is it Fez?
No, not the main guy and not Fez and not Ashton Kutcher. It's that fourth guy. Curly hair. He was high all the time.
Yeah. The one high dude on that 70s show. Yeah.
So those two play brothers. Ashton Kutcher plays, he tried to get into pro ball and he didn't make it. So he goes back to live with his dad on his farm. His dad is being played by Sam Elliott.
Really? Oh, I guarantee you Ray will watch it then.
I tell you, that man's voice, Sam Elliott's voice, man, he made my panties drop almost.
I'll tell you what, Ray would listen to Sam read the Yellow Pages.
And Sam Elliott reminds me a lot of like what your dad or Ashley's dad is like.
Really?
He's kind of cantankerous, but he's kind of got some funny moments, you know?
Can I say that when the movie Gran Torino came out?
Oh, I know.
virtually everyone that's still alive in my family said, "Have you seen Gran Torino? Your dad's the main character."
Yep. That's just like Ashley's dad too, man.
That was a different cloth back then.
Now the wild card in this very that's not bad of a lineup. Ashton Kutcher, that other guy, and Sam Elliott. So you got a good core there. But the wild card in this, and the gal that I think you and I can both appreciate, Deborah Winger plays Sam Elliott's ex-wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Have a fondness for the Winger.
Now she's had a little work done.
Haven't we all?
So I haven't.
I haven't either.
Okay. So you hear the voice, but it'll take you just maybe 2.5 seconds to go, wait, is that? Oh, it is her.
Really?
So I highly recommend that for everybody listening and for you.
It's a Netflix.
Check out The Ranch. It's a Netflix joint. And I like it for a couple of reasons. One, it's a sitcom, yes, but they also have some really interesting drama. Dad and Kutcher, because the dad's given Ashton, kind of a little business for moving back home after not being able to be a pro ball player.
Gotcha.
Plus the fact that, because of the way technology is so new and so rapidly happening, you can't say it's a cable show because it's not cable, it's Netflix, right?
Sure. So direct to video kind of deal.
So they swear in this.
Nice.
And it's funny to hear Sam Elliott say "fuck you" or whatever, which I'm pretty sure he said within the first 2 episodes. I got through about 4 episodes this weekend.
Did he never say that in Roadhouse?
I don't know, but God, he was good in Roadhouse.
Your panties did drop, didn't they?
See, I've been an actor. I've done voiceover, stuff like that. That man's voice, man.
It's a moneymaker. Not gonna lie.
It is.
And I'll tell you who he's in a league with. Thomas Magnum and his RV commercials. Are you with me?
Say the name again. I couldn't hear who you said.
Tom Selleck, his RV commercials, iconic voice.
Tom Selleck sells RVs?
He did for years and years, did RV commercials, yeah.
I did not know that.
You're really not reinforcing my point, but I'll keep going. And the other one is the other one is the Pure Michigan commercials, which is Tool Time. What's his name?
Oh no.
Is this where the show sags like a
Tim? Yeah, I think we're gonna hit it right here. Yeah. Tim Toolman Taylor, right? Tim Allen.
Yeah, another iconic voice.
Really? You think so?
Oh yeah, you see those Michigan commercials, you know who's talking.
I don't know what you're talking about, Michigan commercials. I don't know what that is.
The People's Democratic Republic of California, and nobody plays Michigan vacation commercials there.
Okay, that must be it.
I'm sorry. I was just going to take it off the rails for a little bit, but an asshole. Yes. What are we going to do, Spike?
I think. Hello?
Yeah, do that again. I didn't hear a single bit of that.
I said I think it's last call.
I think we should do that.
So tonight I will go first because I've been thinking about it a little bit. It's a dual last call because they're both the biggest movies this year, and I haven't seen either one. But I heard that Star Wars was released today, and so I'm looking forward to seeing the new Star Wars flick. And the other one that I'm really anticipating is the Deadpool movie.
That's not out yet, right?
It's not.
I'm with
but
you.
I might
really looking forward to
but
that.
I might be able to find it somewhere.
On the
in the annals of the interwebs.
Did you just turn into one of the Regnet comedy tour fellas with your
Ron White.
Yep, you just Ron White. Oh.
I watched it. He because I spend a little on Twitter. He broadcasts on Periscope every once in a while.
Gotcha.
And the last Periscope that I followed him on, homie's riding in his tour bus with a couple of his buddies, and they got all kinds of herb laying out on the freaking table and they're rolling it.
Colorado, it was perfectly legal.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I would like to say that I think Ron White is one of the funniest people on the planet, probably one of the worst to be married to.
I could about imagine. I don't know why you would think that he's bad to be married to, but okay.
I'm thinking people like that cannot shut it off. And if you're his wife, that's going to get a little thin after a bit.
Okay. So who's your last call to there, brother?
My last call is to the interwebs gods who need to smile on us next week, because there has been shit going on in this episode that I don't even think I can edit out, but we'll try. So,
oh God. Well, that you went way inside. I don't know what's going on with that.
it was a curved ball and it hit you right in the knuckles.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you know what? You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Tip your bartenders. Oh, I said that wrong.
You did.
Tip your bar waitresses. Return your stewardesses to the upright position. There will be a party at 408 Burley, and as always, listen to this one.
Is there some?
Make good choices and do good deeds. I'm Spike.
Mime Drew.
Baba Drew Baba.
Baba Baby Drew Baba. Good night, y'all.
Cheers, everybody.
805 Live with Spike and Drew is copyright 2016. Please read all labor. Use opinions of not be taken as no one's harm. This documentary will be available over my leader. 29 City, 45 Highway. Your results may vary. Hooters would really like it if you sponsor us. Warning: spelling errors in this message are the product of a poor school system. Pay your teachers more than athletes. Does this handkerchief smell like chloroform to you? The product is meant for educational purposes only and resembles to real persons living or dead is probably coincidental. Word prohibited. Some assembly required. List each check separately by bank number. Matters not included. Contents may be settled during shipment. Use only as directed. No other warranty expressed or implied. Do not use while operating in motor vehicle or heavy equipment. Postage will be paid by addressee. Apply only to affected area. For erections lasting more than 4 hours, call a hooker. May be too intense for some viewers. For recreational use only. All models over 18 years of age. If condition persists, consult your physician.